Good afternoon folks, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lee, your virtual airline pilot, back with you again with this week's third review, scenery review. Today we're in the UK in Scotland and you're looking at Aberdeen Airport, Echo Golf Papa Delta. This is the Payware scenery version by AURASCENERY and it's version 1.0.1 for the PC version of Flight Simulator 2020. Not sure if it's available for 2024, I will put details up if it is. Download comes in at 821 meg and it installs at just over 4 gig. It's currently available from Inibuilds and from Sim Market. I'll give you the Inibuilds price, which currently seems to be the best. It's £13.79, which equates to roughly $18.26 US or €16.10. The above prices are estimates taken from the UK pound and they include tax or VAT, which of course could vary depending on your country of purchase. It's currently on sale at Inibuilds at the moment for £10.34 UK, which equates to roughly $13.69 US or €12.07. So if you're interested and you've got a Inibuilds account, or even if you haven't, it's currently on sale. No indication as to how long it will be on sale for. So let's look at features. So the key features in the scenery, we have more than 100 detailed buildings, high quality apron textures, a detailed landscaping, realistic night lighting, custom ground materials and highly optimized models. And as you can see from the intro here, there is a GSX profile available for this scenery on Flightsim.To. The link is in the description below. And note, we also are featuring a livery, and this is for the PMDG Boeing 737-900 extended range, and the livery is obviously of KLM. It's one of the airports, or one of the flights that come into here from the Netherlands. And this is the livery repainted by ABERDEEN. Again, I'll put the link in the description below should you wish to want this livery for your own PMDG aircraft. Okay, so let's have a close look at this livery and just investigate it. Okay, so let's have a close look at today's featured livery. It's for the PMDG 737-900 extended range, and as you can see it's KLM. The livery is by ABERDEEN and it's available on Flightsim.To. Check the link in the description below if it's something you're interested in. So as you can see, the paint job is excellent. It's I believe it's the current new livery. You've got everything on here. You can see all the rivets and everything, and the painting has been done to the finest detail. All of the decals and everything are there. The colours are correct, and you can see partially in through the windows. It's really nice. So there's a look at the wing detail. As you can see, I mean, it looks brilliant. The top of the wing detail looks really good. The paint job, the metal, and here on the engine side the decals are as they should be. It just looks really good. And here's a close look at the nose and L door 1. You can see the detail here. I mean, it's really nice. This is an excellent repaint. So let's have a look inside the cabin. So here we're looking at the L1 door on the left side. Now we've actually boarded passengers. You probably may have seen the passengers going on as we had GSX running to show you that. There's the R1 door on the right hand side. And here we are looking down the passenger cabin. You've got business class here, and then the separators and the rest is economy. And for those of you who haven't used GSX, I thought I'd include this so you can see what it looks like when the passengers are boarded and you've got them all seated. To be honest, I think GSX does a great job of this. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. So let's just go down the cabin. So just a quick look looking forward, you can see they've even got the KLM decals here and everything, and all these bits and pieces in the seats. So I'm looking for the overwing exit signs inside and I can't see them. Right, so I can't see any overwing exit signs. And here we get to the rear of the cabin. You've got one empty seat and the two stewardesses at the back, and there are the lavatories either side. And a final look forward through the cabin. And I like the fact this guy's reading something and you've got some movement. Like I said, I think GSX does a really nice job, and I thought we would show you this. So here's the starboard side tail section. Again, excellent detail. It's all as per it should be. It's just great. And you can see the passengers in through the windows. I mean, it's probably about as realistic as you can get, and the paint job just does it justice. And a quick little movement across the ground just so you can look at this side and the landing gear. And there's the front end of the aircraft, and it all looks really good. I mean, I love the way the detail is here. You can even see the connector here for the ground power unit. It's really good. So there you go, today's featured livery is the PMDG Boeing 737-900 extended range, and in the colours of KLM, the Dutch airline. The livery is painted by Livery Do, and again I'll put the link into the link to the file on Flightsim.To if anybody's interested. Okay, so let's look at history now. Okay, so the history. Aberdeen International Airport, Echo Golf Papa Delta, is a public use international airport operated by Aberdeen International Airports Limited and owned by AGS Airports, which also owns and operates Glasgow and Southampton airports. The airport was previously owned and operated by Heathrow Airport Holdings, or formerly known as BAA, the British Airports Authority. It's a company I used to work for. Aberdeen Airport is located in the Dyce suburb of Aberdeen, Scotland, approximately 5.8 miles or 9.3 kilometres northwest of Aberdeen city centre. As of 2023, 1.9 million passengers use the airport. Aberdeen Airport is a base for Eastern Airways and Loganair. The airport also serves as the main heliport for the offshore North Sea oil and gas industry. With the utilisation of newer aircraft, helicopters can reach northernmost platforms on both the east and west of Shetland. The airport has a main passenger terminal serving all scheduled and charter holiday flights. In addition, there are 4 terminals dedicated to North Sea helicopter operations used by Bristow Helicopters, CHC Helicopters, NHV and Babcock Mission Critical Services offshore. There is also an additional small terminal adjacent to the main passenger terminal, used only for specific oil company charter flights to Sundberg in Shetland. The airport opened on the 28th of July 1934 as Dyce Aerodrome. During the Second World War, the airfield became a Royal Air Force station known as Royal Air Force Dyce, or more commonly RAF Dyce. The airfield was bombed by the Luftwaffe in July and August 1940, however no damage was reported. A decoy site, known as a Q site, was located at Hairstone Moss near Whitcairns. The aim of the site was to create the impression of an active airfield during the night. The decoy worked very well on around 4 occasions where several raids resulted in bombs being dropped on the decoy site. The decoy site had a small underground bunker that housed the generator. This was used to power a decoy flare path, in addition to a rotating lamp to give the impression of taxiing aircraft. Virtually nothing remains from the war era at the airport due to expansion and development of the industrial estates around it. With the discovery of North Sea oil, helicopter operations began in 1967, linking the growing number of oil platforms to the mainland. As Aberdeen became the largest oil-related centre in Europe, the airport became the world's largest commercial heliport. Today, Aberdeen Airport handles more than 37,000 rotary wing movements, carrying around 468,000 passengers annually. Helicopters account for almost half of all aircraft movements at the airport. Some 13 airlines operate into and out of Aberdeen, as well as 2 cargo operators. So there you are, folks. That's a plotted history. As well as being a very interesting airport, this is one of the biggest helicopter airports in Europe. And yeah, fantastic. And the scenery reflects this. You can see various models, and yeah, really nice. So let's look at the runway situation here. Okay, so runways. I've lowered the lighting. It's 8 PM local time, and it's the 16th of April 2025 is the date of this video. So Aberdeen Airport operates 3 runways, 2 of which are for helicopter use only. There's also a 4th one, which really isn't mentioned that much here in the on the charts, but it's there, and it is mentioned in the description of the chart. So the main fixed wing use runway 1634 measures 6,407 feet, or 1,953 meters. Of the 2 helicopter use only runways, runway 1432 measures 1,906 feet, or 581 meters, and runway 0523 is the shortest, measuring just 1,562 feet, or 476 meters. All runways are constructed from asphalt. The airport lies at an elevation of 215 feet, or 66 meters, and sits within the GMT UTC time zone. Now, like the rest of the UK, Aberdeen does observe daylight saving time, or DST, which is currently now on British summer time, so the airport is still currently on UK time, or British summer time as we know it. So it's 8 PM local time. We're looking down the throat of runway 1634, which features high intensity runway lighting, high intensity airfield lighting system, centerline lighting, and precision approach path indicators. On runway 16 here it's on the right side, and at the other end 34 it's on the left side. They've also got the approach lighting system, which is also on the charts. And as you can see, we've got runway end identifier lights, which are not on the charts but here in the scenery. And as I've said before, I'm not going to worry about it. Anything that's added that makes it easier for you to land or take off, I'm quite happy with. So as you can see, I've just moved a bit closer to see whether we've got the centerline. Actually, we haven't. We've got green leading lights leading on and off the runway, but the centerline lighting is missing. So that's the only fault I can find with runway 1634. So let's have a quick look at the other end, runway 34. So here we are looking at the other end, runway 34, and as you can see, the pappies are on the left as per the description, and again we cannot see a centerline at all, so that's the only thing that's missing. But again, we've got runway end identifier lights which are not on the charts. Approach lighting is also here as per the charts as well. Okay, quick look at runway 1432, which doesn't have lighting, but it's for helicopter use only. It's not available for night use. Let's have a quick look at it. So here we are looking at runway 1432, which as you can see dissects the main runway, and it's got an H on it marking showing that it's for helicopters only. No lighting, as you can see, and no centerline, although you've got green centerline taxiway lights which are going to help. Runway 32, the other end is exactly the same, and like I said, not available for night use, and it's for helicopters only. So let's have a look at runway 0523. So runway 23, according to the chart, has runway lighting, helicopter approach path indicators, or HAPI, on the left side. There are no instrument procedures published for this runway. So, okay, looking at the runway, all I can see is green centerline lighting. I can't see any runway lighting that should be on it. And there should be these helicopter approach path indicators, but again, they don't seem to be here. Let's have a look at 05 end. Okay, here we are looking at the other end, runway 05, again marked with the H for the helicopter, but there's no lighting on the runway, and there should be. And the helicopter approach path indicators are not there either. As I said before, no instrument approach is published for this runway. And finally, let's see if we can look at 36, which is here. So there we are, finally runway 36, there's no lighting as per the charts. It's helicopter use only, and again it's not available for use at night. So there you have it, have all the runways. They're pretty much okay. We've got a couple of things that are in the scenery that shouldn't be there, runway and identifier lights. and a couple of things missing. The centre line is missing from the main runway 1634 here, and we've got lighting that's missing from 0523. So it's not entirely complete, but there you go. Apart from that, it's not too bad at all, really. Okay, no jetways at this airport, so let's bring it back to the daytime. Let's go down and have a look at this scenery and see how it compares. Well, good morning and welcome back. It's 11 AM local time, and we're going to start this tour in the far southeast corner. We're just adjacent runway 34 threshold, and you've got this area here where they've got the car park. The car park itself is low resolution, but they've added cars, and you've got various buildings here, some of which I believe are default here, and you've got this one that's been built, and then you've got this area that extends all the way, and this is on the chart, so you know this is part of the scenery and they've included it. So looking to the southwest, you've got these buildings here as well, and the car park there to the left, and down there to the right you can see the airport fence line here. So as we look back towards the airport proper to the north there, you've got these little containers, the small buildings there on the left, and there in front of us is the threshold of runway 34. So let's move north, taking a look at what's going on airside. Now the ground terrain doesn't look too bad at all. There's lots of it is low res, but not too bad at all, to be honest. There you can see some of the taxiway markings. We've got buildings landside there as well, and here's the fence line. And here we come to airside proper. I'll slow down a little bit. So this is the main ramp, and as you can see, no jetways, plenty of stand space, and all the buildings look quite nice, and you've got these high level light stanchions as well. And as we saw in the intro, you've got GSX profile that works and passengers come out of the right place. So we pass over some of the signs. You can see plenty of signage, all of it correct and in the right place, and it's all on plinth, so it all looks pretty good. So here's the control tower building. And you can see we've got some kind of internal development, but no controllers there. And we've also got the flashing red light on the roof, but it doesn't appear to be attached to anything, it appears to be floating. And if I go back a little bit, it still appears to be floating. So a little anomaly there. So we carry on towards the north, and here you've got helicopter base, and there's Eastern Airways with an aircraft inside, and you've got various aircraft. Here's the fire training ground where they do fire practice, usually once a month, and a couple of helicopter models. And there you can see various off-airport buildings that have been added as well. I mean, I believe the features mention something like over 100 buildings in the scenery. So let's just travel back this way and have a closer look at some of the little bits and pieces. So there's the Eastern Airways hangar, complete with a twin inside it. And here you've got various other hangars, CHC helicopters. There's an empty hangar there for you to park in. And some of the buildings are nicely weathered, which looks good. So here we've got Bristow Helicopters, complete with a couple of models and the parking area. And it's quite nice. So your helicopter boffins are all taken care of here. So it all looks pretty good. I mean, the scenery is quite nice. There is a lot of sort of low resolution textures used here and there, but you know, it doesn't look too bad. Or everything, as usual with many sceneries, everything at airside is nicely detailed, which is what you pilots want. Now just a close-up look at some of the signage. And here as well, you've got taxiway signage that looks good, and the grass texture looks pretty good as well. And yeah, shouldn't have too much problem finding your way around. So let's have a close-up look at the main ramp. You got windsock there. So various vehicles. And you've got the visual docking guidance system. Not sure if that works, to be honest. I mean, I've got the aircraft on stand there. But as you can see, the detail's not bad at all, really. Certainly the ramp detail looks good. The building looks pretty okay. And yeah, you know, everything you need is here. And various bits of equipment suitably placed. Okay, so let's cross over to landside. There to the left you can see the fence with the razor wire. And here you've got various bits of equipment here. And there you can see the passenger walkway to cupboard tunnel. And first of all, we'll go landside here looking this way. You've got a guy walking there and one or two people around, which we'll look at in a minute. I mean, the advertising hoardings are all correct, as they should be, and you've got the multi-storey car park. And various cars and things all in their slots, which is always a good thing. And there, as you go out toward the landside further, all 3D markings, which is much better than the photo. Quick pass over the landside car park. And then you come to the airport entrance. You've got this rather impressive sign, which is critical to the airport. It's one of the little centerpieces, if you will. And another kind of photo car park. It's all a little bit more messed up here. So we travel back towards the terminal. As you can see, all the stanchions are there with the lights. Again, another car park, and again low resolution with photo cars as well as real ones, which doesn't really work, which is a pity. There's a Holiday Inn hotel. and various other hotels all sitting on low resolution ground. And you've got the Courtyard by Marriott, and this other one here. I'm hoping this will look better in the darkness hours. So first of all, we're landside of the main car park. And then we go round the corner. And this doesn't look too bad. It's all been done in 3D, so they've given a bit more attention to what's going on landside, which is something that's very important as far as I'm concerned. So various vehicles, there's the terminal. You've got some walking people and a couple of occasional animated people standing outside. So landside doesn't look too bad at all. So this is the view from inside the cockpit on stand 4 when you park up during the day. Let's look outside the captain's window. I mean, all of this is okay. It's all pretty barren, but it looks okay. Not much of a view. And looking out of the first officer's window. Okay, so now we'll close up on the stand, just have a look, and we can see the VDGS system actually is working. So it does work here at the airport. And as I say, you've got various clutter here. The aircraft was spawned from the menu, so we're directly on the center line, and we're on the stop bar line as well, which is good. Just a quick look across the main stand, not much to talk about really. And in the other direction. So let's move across east of the main runway and have a look at some of these buildings here within the airport. These are largely helicopter bases, some of them private. As you can see, various hangars, one of which is open there. And again, nice to see airside done in 3D, so you've got all your markings that you should expect to see. Again, CHC helicopters. And here's the fire station. Okay, I believe they're default models, but it works fairly okay, no problem really. So let's track north over the eastern side of the airport and have a look at some of these hangars and bases here. Well, it's all pretty realistic. Got an open hangar there. And here we've got a couple of off-airport buildings just behind the fence line. And they're not too bad at all. And more little buildings and hangars. Some private jets here. And as you can see, it all looks pretty good. Airside looks great. It's all done in 3D pretty much. Landside's not too bad, although there's a lot of photo ground being used. And here you've got NHV helicopters, their base up on the northeast corner, and the air freight area. So as you can see, I mean, the scenery's fine. It's not mind-blowing, but it's fine. It's perfectly okay. Okay, so let's drop it down to dusk now and see whether the airport looks better in the low light, which many airports do, to be honest. Okay, 20 past 8 in the evening. It's the 17th of April 2025 is the date of this particular part of the video. Lights came on about 4 minutes ago. The sun, as you can see, has sunk in the west behind the hills, and the scene looks a lot better, to be honest. It just doesn't look quite so bland as it did in parts of the airport during the day. There's the hotels on the left and their signs are lit up, which also makes a big improvement. So you can see green centerline taxiway lights, which really help pretty much almost everywhere. And even from this light, the height, the stands look pretty good. Can't see much in the way of asobo globes floating around, and lots of various down lighting on the various buildings. The NAT sign is lit on the tower, so yeah, it looks pretty impressive. So there we look towards the north, or the northwest as it were, and you've got the helicopter base. Again, plenty of green centerline taxiway lighting, and you've got the odd bits of lighting here and there on the various buildings, and up here on the base at the top there. So there's runway 34 threshold, and you've got more lighting down. Here's the fire station, and some nice lighting down here, which, you know, again makes this area look so much better. Once again, a view from the flight deck, and as you can see, I mean, the ambience is better. It just looks better during the darkness hours. The lighting just brings the airport up a little bit, which is good. So just a quick view out of the front here to show you the working visual docking guidance system parked at the airport here on stand 4. And there's a view through the first officer's window. I mean, just the airport just looks a little bit more alive during the darkness hours. So a couple of quick close-up shots on the stand, which is what you guys are interested in. And here you can see with GSX working, we've got the two automatic sort of stairwells. We've got the operator at the top here, and we've got the lighting on the stairs, which is a nice touch. I really like this kind of thing, and it looks pretty good. And there's the forward L1 door with the stairwell open up as well. So just a short tour across the airside ramp, and we'll continue northwards. And the lighting's fine, it does look okay. You've got a couple of animated vehicles here and there. And here we are, taxiway signage. And the lights look pretty good, to be honest. It's great, it's fine. So let's go and have a close-up look at the control tower. I mean, that looks okay. It's a bit bright, but maybe it needs to be in order to see from outside. Let's pop inside it. Yep, perfectly okay, no real problem with it, just we've got no controllers. And I think the red light is probably a little bit overbearing. It's kind of blasting into the tower itself. But there you go. And there's a view looking back across the main ramp from inside the tower. So let's head back across the airport and go and have a look at the terminal area landside. I also want to look at the hotels and see whether there's any parallaxing that's been done. So as you can see, the apron stands look good, plenty of good lighting. And here we are coming landside, and the effect is quite good. Many of the signs are lit. Good to see the hoardings lit on the right as well, which provides some good lighting. And also inside of the multi-story car park is lit. And here you can see various people. And landside looks fine, it looks good. So now we're coming across landside a bit further. You've got the hotels. So the signs are lit, but there doesn't appear to be any parallaxing on the windows to show what's going on. And it's also pleasant to see, although the ground is photo real low res, the lamps are real, and there don't appear to be any asobo globes floating around. So we come out towards the entrance. There to the left you've got some parallaxing on the buildings, which may well be default, I'm not certain. But that makes the buildings look better, in my opinion. Would have been nice to see it on the hotels. And once again, the airport entrance and the sign is all lit up, which is really good. And we come across the car park. And there you can see there's some lighting in the underside of the multi-storey car park, which gives it a little bit more life, in my opinion. It just looks a bit better. So as far as I know, there's no internal development in the building. But here we are, just outside of the main entrance, and the signs are lit and they're readable close up, which is good. So there's the main entrance, and there's the famous airport sign up there on the roof to the top left. So there's a slightly higher overhead shot where you can see landside and you can see airside where the aircraft is parked. And yeah, like I said, it just looks so much better in the darkness hours. It comes to life a bit more. And a high level shot showing the main ramp. Okay, so let's bring it down to night time now. Okay, 10 PM local time. As you can see, the ramp area lighting has come up a bit more. This whole area now looks brighter, which I suppose it should really. Landside looks pretty good, and you've got the green centerline lights and blue airfield edge lights, which help you find your way around. Just visually looks a bit better. Well, there we are looking towards the north. There's the control tower building and that enormously powerful red light, which I think spoils it a bit really. It's a bit overdone. But other than that, you can see pathways and taxiways are well delineated. Lots of drop lighting on the various buildings, which gives a nice effect. And some of the buildings here have parallaxing. Hangars up here to the north. And as you look across to the northeast, you have a helicopter base up here. And looking towards the southeast, you've got some lighting down there by the fire station. So a little view through the passenger window on the starboard side. This is what you see when you're looking at the aircraft. And there's the port side view. And a close-up look on the stands. As you can see, there's plenty of lighting. Once you get in here, you won't have any problem parking. And there you can see the rest of the stands, including some of the helicopter areas as well. They all have lighting, which shouldn't cause any problems at all. A quick view over landside. Not much change, except the lighting's come up a bit more. Would have been nice to see some more people. I mean, you've got various taxis here, and they've animated 2 or 3 people. But that really is about it. Car park looks good. We've got good use of trees as well, and like I said, it's really good to see that there's no silly globes floating around, and the airport entrance looks good as well. So a quick look at Bristow Helicopters pad here. To be honest, when you first look at this from afar, it looks all dark, but when you get in here, it brightens up and you can see yourself, you can see around here. And then looking to the north, you can see various amounts of lighting. that bring these buildings to light. Okay, so that was night time. Let's bring the dawn up. If I'm in the right position, the sun should come up behind me. Okay, 6:10 in the morning, and as you can see, the sun's come up and you've got the red glow on all of these various buildings. And it looks pretty good. Always kind of like the dawn. Now we are looking north and towards the south, runway 34 threshold down there. And looking east from landside, there you got the sun rising in the distance and the terminal below us. Okay, 7:10 in the morning and time to wrap up this review. So what do I think? It's fine. It's perfectly okay. During the day, certainly when I look around this airport, I get the impression of sort of wilderness, a little bit sort of blandness. That may be because of the simplification of some of the buildings, the low resolution photo ground that's in evidence all over the place here, for example. And they've even got low res photo ground with photo cars in places where they put the cars. So landside here, you know, you've got a few question marks. Be nice to see some parallaxing on some of the hotels that they've actually put in the scenery and they've lit the signs during the night. But there you go. Landside of the terminal looks okay. Would have been nice to see a few more passengers, but that's obviously as far as they wanted to go. No internal development of the terminal at all, even airside, for example. And when you park up airside, it looks better at dusk. During the day, it looks like just a bit of a whitewash, as it were. There's a lot included in the scenery, to be honest. You've got the helicopter base, a few Bristow helicopters, and various hangars, some of which are open so you can use them. I mean, they've modelled everything. I think here it says in the key features over 100 detailed buildings, and they're okay. Detailed landscaping, well, you know, the trees and everything around here do improve it. It all does look a little bit better. There is this version out there by another well-known developer. Not sure really. I think the other developer version is a bit better. But you know, if you wanted Aberdeen, you wouldn't go too far wrong buying this. It's not too bad at all, really. And price-wise, well, at the moment, you know, it's just under 14 quid, which is probably about right. It's on the low end. There are some sceneries out there where you're charging something like 25 quid, or 25 pound, I should say. Unfortunately, at the date of this video, thanks to Mr. Trump, the difference between the UK pound and the dollar is quite substantial now. So 14 pounds basically is nearly $19. So you might consider that's a bit expensive. But then those prices include tax at 20%, and I think in the US it's a bit cheaper. As a scenery, it's okay. It doesn't fill me with, you know, it doesn't make me want to jump up and down. But it's perfectly okay, perfectly acceptable. And yeah, you know, it's another nice scenery. It's got pretty much everything that's here at the airport. Airside is perfect for the pilots if it's just flying in and out of here. It's perfectly okay. Looks better in the darkness hours, in my opinion. So if you time your arrival at sunset, I mean, now 7:10 in the morning, it looks pretty good as well, really. Everything doesn't look quite so whitewashed. But no, it's fine. I think the price is about right. And yeah, not much to say about it. It's a good scenery. They've got what they need to have. But like I said, it doesn't really make me want to jump up and down. But I think it's perfectly acceptable. And there you go. So there we are, folks. It's Aberdeen Airport in Scotland in the UK, Echo Golf Papa Delta, a payware scenery by AURASCENERY. And this is version 1.0.1 for the PC version of Flightsim 2020. Download comes in at 821 meg and it installs at just over 4 gigs, so it's reasonably substantial. You can get it from Inibuilds or from SimMarket. Currently Inibuilds have the best price, £13.79, which at the moment equates to $18.26 US or €16.10. Those prices are taken from, or their estimates taken from the pound. and they include tax and VAT at 20%, which may not be quite as much depending where you are in the world when you buy it. The good news is at the moment it's on sale, so for Inibuilds you can get it for £10.34, which equates to about just under $14 US, or just over 12 euros, which to be honest is a lot more competitive for a scenery like this. And certainly if this was the only one available and I wanted to save a bit of money, then this is the one I would buy. Nothing really wrong with it at all. Like I say, it just doesn't fill me with the ability to want to jump up and down and rave about it. It's perfectly acceptable, and there you go. You've got a GSX profile that works, as you saw in the intro. That's freely available on Flightsim.To, links in the description below. And again, today's featured livery, the PMDG 737-900 extended range, the KLM livery by a developer called LiveryDo. And again, I'll put the link in the description below if you're interested in that livery. So there you are, folks. Perfectly acceptable free scenery, nothing to write home about. All available at a much more competitive price at the moment. So if you fancy it, grab it while you can, save a bit of cash. So thanks for watching. I hope this has been useful to you. My name's Lee, your virtual airline pilot. Wrapping up another review. Thanks for watching. Thank you to those people who've commented. I recently had a discussion on there about the fact that PMDG have decided not to release the 747 for Flightsim 2020, which I think is a big mistake in my opinion. I have a lot of history with the 747 in the simulator as a former tester. I think I was one of the first to get hold of the precision simulation software, the Phoenix simulation software 747 that came out for Flightsim 2002 years ago. And I've had 3 hours in the flight deck, I've had more than 3 hours in the flight deck of a live 747 many years ago on the way back from Japan. So I have a lot of hours in the 747 in the simulator, and I just love the aircraft and was looking forward to it. 2024, I will be getting it, but I need to get a new PC first and wait till the many issues and problems with the new scenery, the new simulator have been solved. But we'll see, that's for another discussion. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend, enjoy your Easter, don't get too sick on all the chocolate, and I will see you next week sometime and see what we can come up with. So take care and bye for now.